So, a very good night to all the viewers out in Katowice. With me is a familiar face by now. It's Ladislav Guardian Kovac. Is that right? One try. And, he's a little bit disappointed, but he's been enjoying the games today, I think, and we have a lot to talk about because a lot of things have changed since we saw you in Prague. So let's get started. And I think the breaking news in the scene was that you picked up PHP after you kicked Oscar. So how did this come to be? Did you already speak to PHP before this and was like, come on, man, we need to make a team, we need to get back together, or was it just because Oscar left and you thought, he's a good choice?
Well, before the Prague event, I was in contact with PHP, UN, and PR, so we wanted to remake the old recent lineup, but a lot of changed after the Prague LAN because we came out third, so we hadn't reason to change the lineup. But after the event, we had some troubles in the team, so especially me and with Oscar, so we kicked him. But don't want to talk about it more. So
sure.
That's all. Then I messaged the PHP. He had the motivation to play, to be the best against. So I contacted him and he accepted the.
All right. So as I said, a lot of people when they heard this went absolutely berserk. They expect you to be the #1 team in the world basically, and IP got no chance. And I think this happened once before with PHP when he went to ICERS, and it backfired a little bit. So can you tell us a little bit about how your motivation and your planning revolves around PHP? Like, did you expect in one time that he would be really good, and you guys would or do you think it's maybe a little bit of a dip where he has to catch up with you guys? What is that playing in your mind?
Well, we are all very motivated to win the next event. It's Copenhagen Games, so we will practice much more, and PHP still needs more hours to play the CSGO. He's playing probably 2 weeks in overall, so yes, he needs more time, but I'm quite sure he can catch up with the best teams and the best players like Forest, Getright or Freiberg. I'm quite sure we will do well in the next couple of months or weeks.
That's gonna be great to watch. One event that you showed that you could really compete was IEM Katowice, which there wasn't a lot of news about in Counter-Strike, but in StarCraft and in League of Legends it was a massive tournament and people loved it. And because there was so little coverage about it from Poland for CSGO, I want to ask you a little bit about how you experienced it. Did Counter-Strike get some attention in between these big two titles? Was there people that especially came to watch you guys play, and how was the overall impression of the arena and the area at Katowice?
Well, I think StarCraft 2 and LoL, League of Legends, were the best or the top games at the IEM, but CSGO had a little bit smaller stage, but it was great. For me, it was the best experience I ever experienced, because DreamHack was our best event since our CSS days, but now it's IEM. It was so great. There was like 15,000 people, but watching only StarCraft 2 or LoL, but it was great. So it's probably my best experience in my life in CS and CSGO career.
Wow, that's quite big. So you got top 3 there, and I think you got top 3 at Prague, and there was a kind of trend where people were going. I don't think they've actually lost majorly at an event yet. So the experience were going, the expectations were going way up. And then what happened was you made another roster change, and funnily enough, I think you brought back Oscar. So first, I want to ask you, how did you come back to Oscar? Because it wasn't really long ago that you removed him. It seems a little bit of a special choice.
Well, me and Oscar were talking about our problems in the past when I kicked him, or you not did, but. We discussed it and I picked him because in Slovakia and Czech Republic there are not a lot of players to play on the best level or on the top level to compete like teams like NIP or Very Games or now Annexes are good. So we had to change the lineup because Juno's style was not. He's a good player. I can say he's a very good player. He was our in-game leader, but his style was more camping, and we are so aggressive players sometimes. But when we are, for example, we are retaking the plant, he was like walking the whole map, and we are all dead. So we had to play more aggressive. So we had to retake in 5, not in 4 or less, you know. So we picked Oscar, but we'll see in the in the future. He's probably the best player in Czech and Republic, Czech and Slovak Republic, because best aimer in CS 1.6, and I think we'll do better like on this event.
Is it a little bit weird though? Is he a little bit mad at you maybe?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess the future will have to prove that. So let's get to this event because I mean the expectations, like I said, I think they were through the roof. I think people were expecting you to get top 3 at least, and I don't know about your expectations yourself because I was speaking to PHP earlier and he said that you were a lot more down to earth with your expectations. So you got a group with LDLC, the Serbians, and who else was in there?
Lemon Dogs.
Oh, Lemon Dogs, that's right. And you came out like you played into the second group stages, but I think a lot of people, especially, weren't expecting the Serbians to do so good. Can you give us a little bit insight in how you think they were doing? Because I think was it a surprise to you that the Serbians played so well?
Sure, they surprised us a lot because we were probably the team who would play for the first or the second place in the group, but we came out third. But they were really good, especially the Nicolino, the 16 years old guy. He was so crazy, only headshots, and he was so crazy. But we knew that we are not that prepared for this event, so that was so random from us.
So what were your expectations going into the group stage and going into the event? Are you satisfied a little bit? Are you okay? Let's put it this way, with where you finished, or did you did you really expect that you would be higher than this?
Well, I expected that we probably won't make it to the top 3, but I'm a little bit disappointed because we lost stupid rounds like 5v2 or we won the pistols rounds, but we lost the next eco, so we lost a lot of matches thanks to this. So I'm so disappointed of this.
I think right now, at least statistically, I'm not saying in game, there's a lot of difference between the amount of work that you do and the amount of work that your teammates do. Like if we look at average kills, if we look at all that, I think you top the scoreboards quite heavily. Is that something that's just like this because you frag a lot, or is that something that your team is built around giving you the first frag?
Well, the game is about the team, so if I have the right team, I can frag everywhere I show up. So it's all about the team. So I got the positions to frag. I'm rotating the whole map. So it's not all about me. It's all about the team. So if I don't have the team play from my teammates, I can frag. So it's thanks to them.
Yeah, it's thanks to them. You don't want them to. Well, I mean, you want them to step up a little bit, but it's not like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Guardian is playing alone" and all that stuff.
No. As I said, it's all about team. If I don't have the team, I don't have the frags.
I guess that's a good summation. You were one of the teams with MyDGB that attended both this event and the Prague events that we had earlier this year. So I think you're in a little bit of a privileged position to explain to us what are the differences between the two events, which one did you maybe prefer, and how can we improve from this event?
Well, I would say both of events are the same, just the delay which is there here, it's because of a lot of troubles with PCs, but it's expected sometimes at the event. So I would say the same, just the delay is so big. But it's.
Is there anything else that you would say we need to improve on, we need to do better, or is it just the delay is a little bit unlucky?
I would say it's not your fault that PCs are crashed or something, but I guess it's all okay. Yeah, I would say it's okay, just probably new PCs or something. So yes, the event is fine because, for example, the room is next to the room where the game is played, so we don't have to travel a lot in the city. So that's really good.
I want to thank you for the interview, and I want to give you some final words. Maybe thank your fans. Tell everyone where you're going to be attending next, and thank your sponsors.
Well, our next events will be Copenhagen Games and probably the Star Ladder or the next esports Homeland in Birmingham. And I would like to thank to 3D Max and our sponsors like Razer and I don't know Vinamax, and that's all. And we would like to thank to all haters and to pushing us to our limits and to our fans. And thanks to all.